dear beloveds. I am very excited to be here with you because it is challenge time, sacred spiritual challenge time. We haven't done one of these for quite some time, but as we have this incredible opportunity beginning on Monday to do a 5-day free training with Alicia Halpin, the Teaching and Learning Coordinator for the Institute in Intuitive Intelligence Embodiment, I wanted to share with you a practice that is so dear to my heart, and it popped into my brain this morning. I got up early to do my writing and my sadhana, so I got up this morning. I gave myself a sleep in and I got up at 6 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. But as I was reviewing some of the content that's going into book number 2, I realized there was just a really great opportunity for us to gather together and to really supercharge ourselves. And so I have shared in the group already. If you haven't seen it, go find the post that beginning today, right now, because I forgot I was teaching for 3 hours. 12 o'clock is right in the middle of that with my new, not new, baby priestesses. They're in term 2, so they're not new. We are teaching from 11 a.m. So I'd said, let's join together at 12 p.m. to kick this off, but that won't work. So we are starting here at 10:30 a.m. But whenever you want to begin, and it's a 24-hour period. So that's the idea. Okay, so what am I talking about? What are we doing, Ricky? So one of the things that we are very good at doing with our consciousness is jumping all over the place. And so what's happening, if you think of your brain as this hardware that is pumping out a signal into the field and supporting the creation of your reality, all those random thoughts that are going through your head are not necessarily helping us create a congruent, coherent reality, right? But when we learn to train our consciousness, train our thoughts on something with a disciplined focus for a sustained amount of time, we can actually create miracles. Like consciousness creates reality. I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole today, but just trust me on that. Consciousness creates reality. So what I'd invite us all to do, beginning, we'll pray together now, but you can also, as I say, whenever you see this, whenever you see my post, begin your 24 hours from then, or just send your consciousness back to 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, because it's irrelevant. We're in a quantum universe. That means that time and space are not relevant. You can send your consciousness to any time, any place, and you will be there. So going back to what we're doing here together, what I thought is, in reviewing this content that I shared actually in a talk on the Gold Coast last year or the year before, is that if we join together in this, we're so much more potent, because what we do together is exponentially increased in power. Nothing that I'm saying, by the way, I'm making up. It is all evidence-based. It has all been measured and tested. So what we can do here together to just really supercharge ourselves, it's Friday. Let's enjoy that. Let's be excited. Let's, regardless of where you are in the world, we have an option, a choice always to increase our power by altering our vibration. And vibration is how consciousness is directed, right? So when we're thinking about this idea of holding a sustained thought, or in this case, a prayer, for a period of time, a duration of time, when that prayer is met with a feeling state that is a high vibration, that's how we change our reality. That's how we change or direct consciousness. So prayer is incredibly potent as a thought tool, if you like, because usually when we pray, we are bringing a feeling state with it. Now, usually in a kind of, normal model, the prayer will be one of petition to God, as in, I'm desperate, please help me, I don't know what I can do without you. But what if we use prayer proactively, right? What if we actually use prayer not because the shit's hit the fan, but because we actually want to be partnering with God, and we actually want to be held in that divine embrace of co-creation and really just working with that infinite consciousness, not when things go bad, but in order to create a reality that we really want to be living in. So several years ago, I wrote this prayer based on the work of Venice Bloodworth. If you haven't read Key to Yourself, I thoroughly recommend it. And the prayer is very simple, but it is the prayer that is the guiding light of everything I do, all the work, all my service, everything I've created. And without it, I'm not sure I'd be anywhere near where I am. So the prayer is, dear God, increase my power to serve. And it is so simple, and yet within it contains the seeds of everything. So if you are aware that you're here with a really big purpose, and that purpose is to make the world a better place, to leave a legacy that is having a positive change, then you need to be empowered to do that. And you need to be empowered to do that in all ways. You can't be, usually you can't be poor and powerful in this current paradigm. To have abundance, to have support, to have community, to have connection, to have influence, to have reach, all of these things, when they are directed towards this act of service of doing what God is asking us to do, with this true humility of let my life be the demonstration of your power, dear God, then we have a capacity or an opportunity to harness this incredible potency of what we are, and to really direct ourselves in a way that can alter people's lives. So being afraid of our own power is one of the ways that we derail ourselves. So that's something that I really don't want for any of us. So dear God, increase my power to serve isn't saying, dear God, increase my power to get stuff, to have a really nice life, to get a boyfriend, to get a bigger, client base, to, you put all the littleness down, all those things that the ego is attached to, and you pick up the mantle of your God nature, and you say, dear God, increase my power to serve. Let my life be the demonstration of your power. Let me be your hands and feet in the world. And these words I utter daily, every day. It's part of my sadhana, but every day, probably 100 million times a day, these words go through my brain. So what we know is if we hold a thought with focus over time, because that thought, if we're doing it in the way we're doing it as a prayer, has an associated positive feeling state, that's a high vibration, then we are directing consciousness very powerfully. So it actually takes a lot more work to direct consciousness in a destructive way. So when we, obsess over negative things because we've got unmet fear programs, that is a lower, slower vibration. So it actually takes a lot more effort and a lot more time to create change in your reality through low vibrational states. Isn't that good news? It's good news, right? Because we don't really want to think that our negative self-beliefs or our fearful thoughts are the ones that are getting to run the show. So what we do when we harness prayer and we go into a feeling state of gratitude is we accelerate our consciousness encoding, our capacity to change our reality increases. It's so much more potent. Your powerful high vibrational feeling states are so much more potent than your low vibrational fear states, and that's really great news. But we very rarely focus obsessively on those high vibrational feeling states, and that's what I want us to do together for the next 24 hours, because what we do together creates a ripple in the field that goes far beyond us. So of course this prayer is saying, increase my power to serve, and that is in the betterment of the world around us, and our desire, our yearning through understanding the law. There's only one of us here, that what we want for another, we want for ourselves. What we want for ourselves, we want for another. It can't be any other way. If you want harm for someone else, you're actually wishing harm upon yourself. It just can't be any other way, because there's only one of us here. So let's together go into this prayer. Let's set off this ripple in the field that for the next 24 hours, I'm inviting you. Maybe you're going to set an alarm on your phone to remind you. Maybe you're going to write it on your hand so you don't forget it. That's a great idea. I'm going to do that. I might get this one tattooed on me. This is what I normally do when I want to remember something. And every time your consciousness remembers to remember, utter this prayer silently or out loud. It doesn't matter. Write it down, do whatever you want, sticky notes all over the house, but keep entraining your consciousness to these words whilst cultivating a feeling state of gratitude, freedom, appreciation, joy, bliss, whatever it is for you. And just let yourself be elevated, because the feeling is the prayer. So the words are kind of irrelevant, right? So remembering what's directing consciousness is the feeling state or vibration. So what we really want to be doing, as Greg Braden tells us, is elevating a high vibrational feeling state as we move into this prayer, and let the prayer be the feeling state, and that feeling state will roll through you and out of you. And because we're all doing it together, we create this incredible ripple in the field, because we exponentially increase our power to serve. So let's just do it, because I got to go teach for 3 hours. I am so excited. My priestesses and I are having a workshop today, and it's Friday, and then I'm gonna have some time off, and I have so much news to share with you all. Very exciting news. I'm not quite ready to share it yet, but the news is coming. So, shall we pray? Let's do it. All right, so you can pray any way you like. Prayer is meditation, you know, it doesn't have to be like this. If you like to do this, if it feels good to you, do it. If you like to do this, do it. If you want to have your hands in your lap, do that. There is no wrong way to do this. So whatever feels appropriate for you. And for me, it is always about going into that stillness to begin, and then we're going to cultivate that feeling state and add the words to it. All right, so if you're safe to do so, I invite you to close down your eyes. When you're doing this in your own day for the next, 24 hours, you don't have to have your eyes closed. You can be doing anything at all. But let's start with really anchoring this into the field and giving over ourselves as much as possible. So if you're safe to do so, closing down your eyes. And if not, just soften your gaze just at a point in front of you. And we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it go out through the mouth with an audible sigh. Let it go. Letting go of all the effort required to bring you to this moment in your day. And now I want to invite you to bring your consciousness to a memory or place or a person that elicits strong feelings of gratitude or joy or appreciation in you. And just allow yourself to feel that feeling in every cell of your body. Feel it extending outwards from your heart, moving out through your body like a rolling wave, bathing you. You might have your hands on your heart or not. Doesn't really matter. But place your consciousness at the center of your chest and feel as though that electromagnetic field at the center of your chest is expanding outwards, because if you could see it, you would see that is exactly what's happening. As you move into this high vibrational feeling state of gratitude, appreciation, joy, wonder, hopefulness, whatever it is, you are expanding your subtle anatomy, the electromagnetic field surrounding your body. And in this expanded state, we are closer to our true nature, our infinite God nature. And this high vibrational feeling state carries our intention, our prayer outwards so much more potently into the field. You can utter out loud or silently now, dear God, dear Goddess, dear infinite consciousness, increase my power to serve. And so it is. And it is so. Just let yourself feel that deep in your heart. Let yourself feel that in every cell of your body. And know that the prayer is heard even before it is uttered. And see, feel, hear or know every person who is sharing this prayer challenge with you. Whether they're listening now or listening back later, it's relevant. For the next 24 hours, we combine our energies to send this prayer out into the field, out into the human consciousness all over this planet, serving those who will never know what we're doing. But do not doubt your potency. Taking a deep breath in, lowering your hands to your lap if they're at your heart, and when you're ready, blinking open your eyes. And I invite you, dear ones, to go live here if you want to at any time in the next 24 hours to remind us to do the prayer. If you want to just pop on live and lead us through the prayer, please do. Do it for yourself as often as you want. You might decide to spend an hour in meditation just repeating it as a mantra. Take your mala and do 108 recitations of that prayer. Do it however feels right for you. Include your family, include your kids, whatever you want to do, but let's create an intensity around this, a fiery focus, a fierceness on Fierce Friday, to bring our energy to this and to create that ripple in the field that will positively change the world in ways we can only imagine. Thank you to so many of you for saying yes to this, and really make it your own now, and just share. Invite anyone you want to jump on, and let's really set this wave of gratitude, appreciation, and our fearless pursuit of what we truly are, which is divine power, out into the world. So much love to you all. Bye.